I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of an update as far as I am aware of what's going on. I'm back at the camper. I'm not at Parliament Hill because I have a migraine. We did do some walking around today and I talked to some people, some cops and everything else. So I'll just give some perspective. There are a ton of cops here. From what I understand, they brought in the SPVM, which is the Montreal Police, because we have so many more cops in Quebec than probably anywhere else in Canada. And this is speaking from the fact that I just traveled across the country a couple times. I've never seen such a high density of police per capita than I've seen in Montreal. Plus, my personal experience with the SPVM is that they are a bunch of bullies. They're a bunch of aggressive bullies. And in Ottawa, the Ottawa police are not terribly friendly either. It depends on who you talk to. Every individual cop is their own person, but I think they have their own culture within each kind of force or department or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, there's a ton of cops a couple streets down at Parliament, and they're just pushing people around. Earlier on, there was an incident in the street that I was arguing with the cops about in regards to bringing gas into a truck, and they're saying that it's mischief, and I asked her to define mischief, and she did, and I explained to her that that's not actually mischief by the definition that she gave me. So they're basically making things up. They were also saying that we're participating, what was it? That we were abetting or assisting, whatever, an illegal protest. And I explained to her that it was a legal protest, not an illegal protest, a very legal protest. And they're like, "Oh, we're not gonna argue with you." And I said, then just state the law, cite the law that they're breaking, making it illegal. And none of them could cite one single law that was being broken. So they're basically just making it up as they go. They're just repeating whatever they're told, like a bunch of parrots. And they're bullying people. They're trying to scare us, intimidate us, and bully us out. Anyways, in that conversation, one of the police officers said that they were trying to evacuate around Parliament Hill, and then around that point is when all the cops basically filled up there and started pushing people around and started attacking people. The violence is coming from the police. It's not coming from the protesters. The protesters are very stern on their stance of being non-violent, peaceful, loving protest. That is our advantage, and that is what we're standing for. So all the violence is coming from the police. Up until this point, it hasn't been very violent, but if they did bring in the SPVM, then that explains a lot. I have seen a few videos of them very aggressively pushing protesters around and hitting them for no reason, unprovoked. But anyways, other than that, whatever you see on the mainstream media, whatever you see on these posts that make it look like they're clearing us all out, I just want you to see that that's a load of crap. So even if they move a few people a few blocks or make a few arrests, that the rest of the city is still full of vehicles and protesters, and we're not going anywhere. And there's a ton of more people and more vehicles coming in now, and they're setting up for the weekend. They're blowing up the bouncy castle. They got a hockey rink being set up, so it should be a lot of fun. And if you're thinking about coming to Ottawa, come to Ottawa. If they stop you at a checkpoint, you have every right to be here, and they're going to tell you you don't, and it's a lie. The police are lying, okay? And they are making some arrests under bogus charges that won't fly, and that people will be released, and it won't stand. So anyways, that's what I see. Okay? Thanks. Bye.